Somewhere out there, beyond the reach of our telescopes, beyond the faint whisper of radio waves, a civilization may be dying, and we might be the only ones who ever hear its last breath. We've always looked up at the night sky and wondered, are we alone? It's a question older than history itself, whispered around campfires, etched into myths, and now pursued with the precision of modern science. But here's the truth that most people don't realize. If we ever detect an alien civilization, there's a good chance we'll be catching them at the very end of their story. This isn't science fiction. It's a concept scientists call the Great Filter. The idea that civilizations might burn bright for a short time before collapsing under the weight of their own challenges. And if that's true, then the signals we're searching for, faint radio pulses, laser flashes, or strange patterns in starlight, could be the cosmic equivalent of a farewell letter. Welcome back to Beyond Space. Where we explore the universe one mind-blowing idea at a time. For decades, projects like SETI, the search for extraterrestrial intelligence, have been scanning the skies, listening for anything that doesn't sound like nature. We've mapped billions of stars, analyzed countless signals, and even sent our own messages into space. And while we haven't confirmed alien contact yet, the silence itself is telling us something. Some researchers believe that silence means civilizations are rare. Others think it means they're out there, but they don't last long enough for us to overlap in time. Imagine two ships passing in the night, each with its lights on, but separated by oceans so vast that neither ever sees the other. And here's where it gets human. If we do find a signal, it won't just be a scientific breakthrough, it will be an emotional one. We'll be hearing from minds that dreamed, built, and loved, just like us. They might have had families, art, music, and stories. They might have looked up at their own sky and wondered if anyone was out there, but by the time we hear them, they might already be gone. This is why the search matters. It's not just about curiosity, it's about understanding the lifespan of civilizations, including our own. Every signal we detect could be a warning, a lesson, or a mirror showing us our possible future. And tonight, I'm going to take you inside that search, the science, the stakes, and the haunting possibility that the first alien civilization we discover will also be the last one we ever hear from. The discovery of an alien civilization and what it means for us. When most people imagine alien contact, they picture flying saucers, glowing lights, or strange beings stepping out of a craft. But in reality, the first sign of another civilization will almost certainly be a signal. Not a voice we can understand, not a picture, just a faint, structured pattern buried in the cosmic noise, something that nature doesn't produce on its own. Since the 1960s, scientists have been using radio telescopes to scan the sky for signals that stand out from the background hum of the universe. The Arecibo Observatory in Puerto Rico, before its collapse in 2020, was one of the most iconic tools in this search. Today, facilities like the Allen Telescope Array in California and China's FAST, the 500-meter aperture spherical telescope, are pushing the boundaries of sensitivity. These instruments can detect incredibly faint radio waves, even those emitted from thousands of light years away. The idea is simple. If a civilization is broadcasting, intentionally or not, we might catch it. But the challenge is enormous. Space is noisy. Pulsars, quasars, and even human-made satellites can mimic the patterns we're looking for. Every promising signal has to be checked, rechecked, and ruled out as interference before we can even consider it alien. One of the most famous moments in SETI history happened in 1977, when astronomer Jerry Amon spotted a strong, unusual signal while working at Ohio State University's Big Ear radio telescope. He circled it on the printout and wrote, "Wow," in the margin, and the name stuck. The signal lasted just 72 seconds and never repeated. To this day, no one knows if it was a natural phenomenon, a one-off transmission from deep space, or simply a fluke. But it proved something important. The search can produce tantalizing hints, even if they vanish as quickly as they appear. Here's where the urgency comes in. Civilizations might only be detectable for a short window of time. Think about Earth. For most of our history, we were silent. Only in the last century have we been broadcasting powerful radio waves into space, and already many of our communications are shifting to fiber optics and satellites, technologies that don't leak signals into the cosmos. If another civilization follows a similar path, they might be visible for just a few hundred years before going quiet. That's a blink of an eye in cosmic terms. If we're not listening at exactly the right moment, we'll miss them entirely. The Great Filter theory suggests that there's a stage in the evolution of life that's extremely hard to pass, and most civilizations never make it beyond that point. The filter could be before intelligent life emerges, or it could be ahead of us. Nuclear war, climate collapse, pandemics, or technologies we can't yet imagine. If the filter lies ahead, then the civilizations we detect might be those that failed to survive it. Their signals could be the last echoes of a society that burned bright and then vanished. Imagine this. We detect a signal, confirm it's artificial, and realize it's coming from a star 1,000 light years away. That means the message left its home world 1,000 years ago. Whatever sent it is now 1,000 years older, or gone entirely. We wouldn't just be learning about alien technology. We'd be learning about alien mortality, about the fragility of life no matter where it evolves. And that realization would hit us in a deeply human way, because if they can disappear, so can we. This is why SETI isn't just about curiosity. It's about perspective. Every civilization that survives long enough to send a signal has faced challenges. Resource scarcity, environmental change, conflict. If we can decode even fragments of their message, we might learn how they overcame those challenges, or why they didn't. It's possible that the most valuable thing an alien civilization could give us isn't technology, but wisdom. A warning about paths to avoid. A reminder that survival isn't guaranteed. Right now, scientists are using new techniques to widen the search. Breakthrough. Listen, a $100 million initiative funded by Yuri Milner, is scanning millions of stars with unprecedented detail. Optical SETI projects are looking for laser pulses, brief flashes that could carry enormous amounts of data. AI algorithms are being trained to sift through mountains of data, spotting patterns humans might miss. And here's the fascinating part. The more we look, the more we realize how much we don't know. Every unexplained signal forces us to confront the possibility that we're not alone, and that time is running out to prove it. If civilizations are short-lived, then the overlap between us and them is rare. We might be living in one of the few centuries when it's possible to make contact. That means every year we delay, every telescope we don't build, every signal we fail to check, could be a missed opportunity that never comes again. We are one species, on one planet, in one moment of cosmic time. The odds of another civilization existing right now, close enough for us to detect, are slim. But slim doesn't mean impossible, and if we do hear them, it will change us forever. Because in that moment, the universe will no longer be silent. It will be speaking, and we'll know that somewhere, across the vastness, minds once looked up at their own sky and wondered about us. We've spent centuries wondering if we're alone. Now, for the first time in human history, we have the tools to find out. But here's the sobering truth. The universe doesn't wait for us. Stars are born and die. Civilizations rise and fall, and the window for contact is narrow. If tomorrow we confirmed a signal from another world, it would be the single most important moment in human history. Every headline, every conversation, every classroom lesson would change. Religions, philosophies, and sciences would all have to reckon with the fact that life, intelligent life, exists beyond Earth. But it wouldn't just be about wonder, it would be about responsibility. Because if that civilization is gone, their story becomes a cautionary tale. And if they're still alive, the way we respond could shape our future for centuries. It's easy to think of aliens as others, distant, unknowable. But the truth is, if they've built technology, if they've sent signals, they've faced challenges we can relate to. They've had to solve problems, protect their people, and make choices about their planet's future. And that's where the discovery becomes deeply human. It's not just about finding them, it's about finding ourselves in their reflection. Their triumphs could inspire us, their mistakes could warn us, their existence could remind us that survival is not guaranteed, and that cooperation, not conflict, might be the only way forward. We live in a time of extraordinary capability. Our telescopes can detect planets orbiting distant stars. Our computers can sift through billions of data points in seconds. Our scientists can collaborate across continents instantly. But we also live in a time of extraordinary risk. Climate change, resource depletion, and geopolitical tensions threaten our stability. The same technologies that connect us can also divide us. And in that sense, the search for alien civilizations isn't just about curiosity. It's about perspective. It's about seeing ourselves as part of something bigger and realizing that our survival depends on the choices we make today. The discovery of an alien civilization, whether living or long gone, would be a turning point. But we don't have to wait for that moment to act. We can choose to learn from the possibility right now. We can invest in science, education, and cooperation. We can protect our planet as if it's the only one we'll ever have, because for now, it is. We can listen more carefully, not just to the stars, but to each other.